Good morning, everyone. It's Coach Reem coming at you here in Naples, Florida at my home, and I am going to walk you through a sample TRX class this morning. So as I go through everything, I will walk through and give you some guidance. I know I can't see you, so I'll do the best that I can to let you know, to cue you in on form. But this is the first one of these classes. So if you have comments, ways I can improve the class, please type them into the comments section, and we'll work on that. We're starting our real class series the Wednesday after January, and we'll run a 12-week progressive program, which you can either join me live at 6 a.m. or you can follow on later at your convenience. So start by just heading over to the straps. I have these set at the midpoint angle. If you have like the traditional, the older straps, you're going to see two hash marks up here on the back side of the strap. If you have, I have the newer straps, and these ones, there's the difference when it goes from gray to black. That's where I have them set up. So we're going to start with the golf swings for your warm up. I'm going to take you through a few exercises for warm up, then we'll go into the main set, which we'll run through a couple times through. Today, I'm going to do about a 30-minute class. Once we get going in our series of classes, it'll be more like 45 minutes or so. So right here, slight bend in the knees, slight bend in the waist. I want you to notice that with my hands, I am not gripping handles. As soon as I grip them, they get softer and the movement comes from my hands. I want the movement to come from your core. So instead of gripping them, just push down on them. Get some tension. You got a slight bend in the knees, and then you're hinging at the waist a little bit. And we're just going to start out alternating arms. I'm looking down here, and it's just a small movement. It's early in the morning, so let's take your time, just warming up gently through your shoulders. We'll do 4 more each side. And this is for 6, 7, and for 8. Okay, now next series, same arms, but I'm going to look at my hand. So this, as you see, will result in opening up a little bit more, warming up, working it deeper into the shoulders, into your pecs, your back as well, your upper back. We'll do 8 on each side. So that's for 5. And 6. 7. And for 8. Okay, last one in this series is going to be the two-handed swing. So get yourself reset, push down on the handles, and now pushing both hands up and over. And you can pivot into this one to really open up. Take your time running through these, nice and controlled, stretching at either end. And 3 more each side. And that's for 2. And last one each side. Okay, now standing nice and tall. You're going to press back, open up with your arms, and just getting a stretch through the front body here. Again, nice and tall. And here's for 7. Great. Okay, let's turn it around. So I'm facing out, pushing against, still pushing against the handles. And for here, I'm going to step back and just gently walk forward. Stretch your arms out. Come back. Other foot forward. Just alternating. Which foot is forward as you walk forward? So go one side and the next side. Okay, continue walking forward, but now my arms are going to come in a wide position and stretch. Before we get going, we're doing just very short holds, just a couple of seconds. Warm up, super important, especially first thing in the morning where everything is really stiff. Okay, now open up your arms out to the side. And one more each side. Stretch. And stretch. Okay, let's get the calf muscles. So here, take the straps and pull them so they're coming out of your armpits. So that's it. They come in like this. And standing tall, walk your feet, keeping your body as tall as possible, core engaged. Walk your feet back till your heels are just barely on the ground. So already right here, you should feel a stretch through your calf muscles, and we're just going to come up. So warm up your calf muscles and also your feet. And TRX, you can do barefoot also if you prefer. All right, let's get going for the main set. So we're going to start with some side leg raises. So for here, you're just standing nice and tall. I've got about a 90-degree bend in my arms. For these ones, the straps are just for balance. They're not for anything else. They're just to help you out a little. So just take a light grab on them, and then we're going to raise one leg up. A few keys on here is one. I want my body to remain up and down, just straight up and down as much as possible. So only go as high as you can with your leg without shifting your body position. Number two, I want you to keep your toes pointed as straight forward as you can. So tendency for a lot of people is to kick out like this. I want you to focus keeping your feet straight forward, okay? We're going to do 8 on each side. So for 7 and for 8. Okay, switching sides. For 8. Okay, now coming back, we're going to do back leg raises. And these aren't straight back, just sort of follow where your natural leg path takes you. You're using the large muscle in your glutes. So coming back, and body's nice and tall, leading with the glutes, carrying through to your heels. Okay, and switch sides for 8. Three, and 2, and 1. Okay, let's take it into the arms for our first exercise. So we're going to start with the mid row. And here, I like to start at the ending place because that lets you know where you want to get to. So I'm going to take my hands, they're at about a 45-degree angle, and my elbows are also out that way. So they're not super tight, they're not really high, they're sort of out mid-height. And from here, keeping your body really tall, nice controlled drop until your arms have just a slight bend in them at the bottom. So you don't want to go like this and lose it and break your body. So nice and tall, coming down and up. Keeping a nice neutral head position. Now, if you think that this is too easy where you are, then from here, you can step in and carry more body weight. If you think it's too challenging, then you step back and carry less weight. Okay, so next one we're gonna do is a palm up tightrope. Here, we're just adjusting our hands. Now it's palms facing up. Again, I'm gonna start right in here. Elbows are super tight to the body in this one, and make sure to finish by pulling your shoulder blades together. So here, same idea otherwise, though, body's nice and tall. As you come down, adjust how much weight you're carrying by stepping in or stepping back. And we'll do 8 in this position. And last one. All right, let's go to some squats. So we're going to start with a regular squat. Feet here are just under your hips. Toes are facing forward. Arms are starting out at a 95-degree bend, and they're up about like mid-core height is where I'm holding them. And these are just for stability. They're to allow you to get into the position that you want to. So TRX squats are similar to like if you're doing a squat against the wall, is that you want everything at 90 degrees when you come down. And so you're not leaning in like this. You're just coming straight down. So feel like someone is taking you and pushing you down straight on your head. And then you're going to come down into that seated position. If you want, you can go more than 90 coming down. But what I just don't want to see you do is something like this, okay? So you're coming straight up and down. Knees are lined up over ankles. Your upper body is perpendicular to the floor. Knees are staying forward. Toes are staying forward. That's for 6, 7, and for 8. Okay, we're going to go from here into the wide squat. So this one, now your feet are about double hip width apart. My toes are pointed out 45 degrees. And same upper body should look the same. Lower body, as you come down, as you squat down, push your knees out to the side so they line up. Knees are pointing out towards your toes. So you keep the knee to toe alignment. And this one, you're going to start feeling a little more inside, outside of your legs. And 2 to go. And for 8. Okay, let's go back to the arms. We're going to go to a set of bicep curls. Okay, so here, palms are facing up. And let me take you to the end position again. So standing tall. Here, your hands are right at about your hairline. Elbows are straight forward, right within your shoulders. The only thing that moves here is you rock back from your ankles, your elbows bend. You notice my upper arms are staying in position. So with this one, you're going to want to carry more or less body weight than you did on the rows, using less upper body muscles. Keeping your body nice and tall so that your core is always working. And I've got one more here. That's for 8 on this side. Okay, let's take it down to a set lunge. So just staggering your stance, elbows at that 90-degree bend, and we're coming straight down here. So if you notice on my bottom end, I'm trying to open up so that I'm getting a stretch through that back leg. If you come in too tight like this, you're going to put a ton of pressure on your back knee, which you obviously don't want to do. So nice long stance. Front knee lines up straight over your front ankle. Back leg is extended more, and you notice that my back foot rocks forward a little to get into the position. 5, 6, 7, and for 8. Okay, let's switch sides. Second leg back. And for 5, 6, 7, and for 8. All right, we're going to do one more set of legs. And this one is the wide or lateral lunge that we're going to do. So here, your feet are hip width apart. Unlike the wide squat though, now your toes are pointing straight forward and you want to keep them that way. Using the straps just to help you get in position again, lean over to the side. You want to keep your upper body as straight up and down as you can. Try to avoid again like that, coming in and just lean over to the side. Your goal is to have your knee, again, lined up with your ankle and your toes. So you can adjust the width of your stride to make that happen. 2 more on this side. And for 8. Okay, switching sides. Same thing on this side, set of 8. And for 8. Okay, last set. Last 2 exercises in this first round. We're going out now facing the opposite direction. Hands are going to be straight in front of you, pushing on the straps. You want a slight angle. So when you're facing this direction, it's still the same concept to make it harder. Now you're going to back up. So still getting closer to the anchor to make it easier. You're going to step forward. So the more angled your body is, the more body weight you're carrying. I'm going to find my position. My hands are starting out straight in front of me. I'm pushing against the straps. And this is a small movement, rocking from the ankles, body tall. Arms come up as high as your ears, that's the most. If you have some restrictions in your shoulders, start out easier on these so that you're not going quite as deep. And then try to work into it as you warm up. Adjust how far back you are again. Carry the right amount of body weight. You should feel this in your upper arms and through your core as if someone is taking you and stretching you out nice and tall. And last one here. Okay, now walking forward just a little bit. Handles are going to be together here. And we're going for triceps. So this is like the reverse position of the biceps. So we did the other way. And your elbows bend and come up. So it's just a small bend in the elbows. Take note to keep those elbows driving forward within your shoulder distance. Seven, and this is for 8. And my son's decided to wake up and get in my video. Good morning, Cameron. All right, that is round 1. We're going to go through and do a second round of the same exercises. We'll run through them quicker now that we've gotten one. So go ahead, grab some water. Meet me back here in about 30 seconds, okay?
Sleepy.
All right, everyone, let's get going from round number 2. So we're gonna start back up. We're gonna run through these quicker this time around. And we're gonna start with the side leg raises. So nice and tall over here, everything, and now lifting one leg up, toes facing forward. 8 on this side for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and for 8. All right, switching sides, resetting. Seven, and for 8. Okay, going to the back leg raises, initiating the movement here from your glutes, extending out through your heels. So for 7, and for 8, and switching sides. Seven, and for 8. Okay, going into the 2 rows, starting out for the mid row. So hands are about 45-degree angle to each other. So think about like I'm forming a triangle with my hands, an isosceles triangle. So I'm tipping up here, and then the points would be the bottom of the handles crossing over. So about 45 degrees, elbows are in that same orientation. So you're keeping the wrist neutral. And drop it down, body nice and tall. 7, 8. For 7, and for 8. Okay, take it to a palm up tight row. So palms facing up, elbows super tight to your body. And from here, drop it down, 7, 8. Seven, and for 8. All right, going to your legs. We're going to the squats first. Toes are facing forward, feet hip distance apart. About 90-degree bend in your elbows. Hands are right up at about mid-core position, and you're going to take your seat down, focusing on bringing your upper body straight down. If you do that, the rest tends to line up pretty well. So if you focus on your upper body pushing straight down, get that nice, even position. And for 7, and for 8. All right, let's take it into the wide squat. So feet double hip width apart, toes are pointing out 45 degrees. And as you squat, push your knees out to the side. Usually the second set feels a little better than the first. You warmed up, your muscles are remembering what they're supposed to be doing. It's for 7, and for 8. All right, back to your arms. We're going into the bicep curls. So here's your end position. Upper arms are up high. Hands are right at your forehead, your hairline. Keep the upper arms where they are. Pull yourself up with the bicep curl. And 2 to go. And for 8. Okay, going back to the legs, we're going to a set lunge or split squat. One leg back, nice long stance, upper body tall. Bring yourself down for 8. For 7. And for 8. Okay, let's switch sides. Take your time to set up. And bring it down for 8 on this side. For 8. Okay, let's go into the side to side lunge. Toes are facing forward, hip width apart. And coming down to one side, keeping your upper body nice as tall as you can. Really making an effort not to lean forward. That's for 7. And for 8. And switching sides. For 7. And for 8. All right, let's finish up with the rollouts and the triceps. So coming out, facing anchors now behind you, hands are straight in front of you, and my hands here are lined up with my shoulders. I want to keep them there, so not out too far, not touching on this one, but just straight out in front of you. Toes facing forward, body's at an angle, engage your core here, so pulling the navel to the spine, nice and tall, and then just rocking from your ankles. Now, you notice that my heels are coming off the ground a little bit. That is not happening because I'm intentionally trying to go on my tiptoes. It's happening because as I lean forward, my body position is just changing. The angle of my body position changes, and that's causing my heels to come off the floor. So don't fight it, but don't push it either. Just go naturally where your movement is, keeping your body nice and tall, just tall and straight up versus tall and lean forward. All right, let's go to the last exercise, which is the triceps. Now I'm taking my handles and putting them together. You can leave your hands apart on this one. I put them together because I feel like that keeps my elbows in a little tighter because you just don't want them swaying out to the side like this. So either together, or if you want to go an inch or 2 apart, that's fine. But focus on keeping the elbows in nice and tight. And same thing with the upper body, really tall. Heels are going to come off the floor a little bit. If you have really good flexibility through your calf muscles, and you don't have tight Achilles, your heels might stay on the floor, and that's okay too. But just remember, it's not whatever the movement is with the heels coming off, it's just whatever comes naturally with the lean as you come up and down. And you should feel those triceps start to burn as you add your reps in the second set. And we'll finish it off. And there we go, set of 8. All right. So we're just going to stretch things out a little bit, and then I'll get you off. You can get off for your morning. If you like to run in the morning, this is a great warm-up, and then you can head off to it. Otherwise, just finish up and get your day going, however it is. So we're going to walk forward like we did in the warm-up here, but now I'm going to hold on to it a little longer. So 1 foot forward, upper body nice and tall, and we're going to push. Just push it forward. Okay, and step that leg back. Switch. So the other foot is forward, just even things out. Looking straight forward. Bring it back. Now we're going to come up in the wide position. And you'll feel the stretch coming down, working its way down your chest. Pressing forward. And same arms. Second foot forward. Walk it back. Now I'm going to take the arms straight out to the side and press forward. I love these stretches because they counteract all the time. We spend so much time hunched over now at our computers, on our phones now more than ever. So you want to take the time to try to neutralize that position by stretching back out through your chest and just honestly thinking about being nice and tall rather than bending your neck down. And it's good reminders during the day that we need to do that. All right, and we're going to go into the windmill. So for this, my feet are wider. I'm forming a 5-sided star with my body, and arms are pushing against, hands are pushing against the handles, and you're going to do a nice stretch either way. Inhale as you come center. Exhale as you stretch out. And we'll just finish up with another couple of these. Last one each side. All right, we are wrapping it up for the day. Thank you for joining the sample class this morning. If you have any comments at all, please type them in below, or if you can always reach out to me directly as well. I hope you enjoyed it and would love to have you join the off-season strength training series, which starts the week right after the holidays, so the first week of January. Wednesday mornings, the same time, we'll be doing TRX, and then a core strength class on Saturday mornings. And you can listen to them live or play them back anytime you want. It'll be a private access to the videos. Thanks very much. Have a great day. Bye for now.